and the woman, she is just a sex toy. So no matter who
Mm.
is the one is talking, no matter who is the one is reading, no matter who is the one is listening, this is the concept, and this is the benefit, and this is the target. The target is you believe in Muhammad, you go to heaven, you have sex. Women are made for the man for sex. And in the
Yeah.
heaven, those women, Allah will even take from them their jealousy, which means you will become a sex toy. You have no feeling. So your husband, he can
So
sleep
can
around.
I ask you something about
Mm.
this jealousy? So in they always drill us women in Iran. Jealousy is such a bad thing. You have to control it because real women actually accept the second woman, stuff like that. They want to, really drink that. But so what does ghairat mean? Like do qayyur, ghairat, when you
Ghira,
actually
yeah, Ghira is jealousy.
no, well, ghairat is jealousy.
Yeah, the Ghira
Okay,
is,
so I thought Khairat means what we believe in the Christianity to be zeal for God, righteous jealousy what God has for us.
yeah, jealousy have
Does
many
Islam
meaning.
have a
Jealousy have many meaning. Depends you are jealous about what. A woman, she can be jealous from
uh
her husband. He's talking to some women. So
so but I mean like when the man is actually becoming Ghairati over the woman, that's seen as some kind of a good thing to have. That is, it looks good at a man. But when a woman is getting jealous because righteously her man is looking at a one other woman, or is he wants other women, he is thinking about other women, we are called jealous for feeling that. It's so unfair, that the whole thing is so
the
utterly
jealousy,
unfair.
the concept of jealousy is about owning something. So since we are childrens, when we are childrens, if I have a toy and I am a child, and then another kid, he come and he play with it, I remember that this is my toy. So I want to take it from him, and maybe I will cry, or even I will beat him to take it back. So jealousy is the desire to own, not a desire. It's not really a good desire. It's about owning the person or owning something. So some people, when they marry a man or a woman, when they marry from somebody, they say they are very jealous. Why? Because they believe they own you. You belong to them. So you cannot even talk to someone else. You cannot even have a freedom to say hello to someone. If you look somewhere, he will accuse you with something. That is a sign of obsession, of ownership, and not love. This is not love. This is ownership. So Muhammad, when he said that the
Yeah.
women in the heaven, Allah will take their jealousy, he is trying to solve the problem, because the Muslim men, they have many women and they keep fighting, and even Muhammad himself, his wives were two parties and they fight each other, even they throw rocks at each other. So uh, this problem, anyone who have many
But was it because of Muhammad? I mean, like, I can't even imagine someone loving him. I think, well, I don't know if you've ever read this book that
they
this
are not loving
Iranian
him.
lady.
They are not loving him. They are fighting over property. You see, if you
Ah,
go, if you
exactly. That's what I want to say because he's so unlovable. So they can't be fighting over him. So they're fighting about
no,
poverty. That makes sense.
yeah, if you read the hadith, the fight is about bintu Abi Quhafa, which means Aisha. She was
Yeah.
when uh, the prophet became like a king, right? So he's a king, and he received gifts, bribe. If you want something from the prophet, you want him to do it to you, you give him money, and he made verses about it in the Quran. So Aisha, she is in control. Aisha, we say she is young, she is a child, but she is evil, obviously, and she is taking advantage of this old man, who in now he is obsessed with her over the other woman, because she is the child, young, a wife. So he enjoys sex with her, and obviously now she is getting older. She is maybe 14, and maybe her mother is teaching her. Obviously there's somebody teaching her. So Aisha, she made all the people, when they receive gifts, they have to bring the gifts to her house. So what people do, if Muhammad visiting different wife, they don't bring gifts. They wait until it is in the house of Aisha. Why?
Okay.
Because Aisha, she have influence. Maybe she sit in his lap and do some belly dancing, etc. And she say, do this guy, he sent us a gift, he's nice, etc. So she convinced him to agree. So people, they learned that if they send their gift to the house of Aisha, what they want to happen, the bribe will function. If they send their
She's a
gift,
genie in the bottle. Okay.
yeah, it's a fighting about not about Muhammad, you know, the hate in front of us, actually telling the story. And they came to him, even they sent his daughter, supposedly Fatima, asking him to be equitable, you know, regarding the matter of daughter of Abu Quhafa, which mean Abu Bakr. And Muhammad, you know, refuse. You know, he says, um, you know, refuse to accept what they are asking him for, to be equitable, which means to be justice. And this is a clear proof that Muhammad himself was not justice, even the money. So Aisha, she got all
And
the gifts.
this is one of the laws they brag about. So they always say men they have the ability to marry other wives, but the first wife should actually totally agree, and she
No,
should
that's false.
give consent and
That's false.
everything.
There's nowhere anyone he's saying that women she have to agree. He's a big fat liar. Let us show us the reference where he got this from. That's a big fat lie. That is a big
Oh
fat lie.
wow.
Yeah.
So that's something they want to,
And there is no women.
you know.
There is no women would agree. I mean, it might be rarely occasion, like somebody he cannot have kids. His wife, she know that he's a nice guy. He's a good for her, and he don't want to marry anyone. But he want to have a kid. So she said, you know what? Okay, marry someone, other woman, maybe because she think it's her who cannot give him a baby. But this is rare. There's no women she like to share her husband with others. And where in the Muslims when they get this that a man he can he in order to have a second or third wife. Actually, the Quran never said marry one woman. The Quran says go if, which means have sex with a woman and a two and a three and four.
But
So
is this also how Arab people actually really understand it, or are they as ignorant as we have been?
no, they understand it very
Are,
well.
are
You see, there's we said there's something for public for people who speak English, and there's people for indoor. There is nobody believe
how
in
do you
this
say
God.
that in Arabic?
Sorry.
Can you say can you repeat that in Arabic? How you actually say there's something for indoors and something for outdoors?
You know, يعني في الداخل وفي الخارج. Inside, the inside teaching when the Muslim they close the door of the mosque and the windows in Europe, they start talking about the kuffar, how filthy they are. We have to do jihad, etc. When a foreigner he come, he open the door. He say Islam teach peace, we love mercy, and we know Islam says to us to respect others.
In a house of peace and dava. That's what you're referring to, right?
This is called taqiyya. This is the taqiyya.
Yeah, I mean, but in the house of peace with Muslims, you don't lie and you are being whatever sincere. But when you go outside the door of Islam, you can actually, do taqiyya and lie
No,
for
you can
Islam.
lie.
Or is it also for with Muslims?
No, you
Can you also lie to Muslims?
You can lie inside Islam because the Prophet said you can lie in three
Really?
cases. Yes, you can lie to your wife, your family, your friends, and your enemy. So who's left? You know, nobody. This is not in the
Who was
Darwish.
left?
Yeah, who is left? Nobody. But if you go to the chapter 3, number 28, which is the taqiyya is coming from, you will see that it teaches clearly that a Muslim man, he should, when he speak to, for sure, this is when he was weak. As you said, the country which is not his, he didn't have control over it. So here it says it's forbidden for the believer to take the hypocrite, and supposedly we are the hypocrite, to be their friends. However, and the one who is sincere to take them as honorable friends, if he is sincere, seeking honor and might and honor with them by taking the hypocrites and disbelievers as a friend, both he has no connection with Allah. So the second you take me as a friend and you mean it, and you are sincere about that as a Muslim, that's mean you are not a Muslim no more, you are apostate. So he have no protection, no connection, no honor, no mercy. So the Muslims can kill you, rape your wife, take your money, unless this is the exception. So
I thought that.
there's an exception. Hold on. The exception is if you want to take them as a friend but you don't mean it, it's okay. So look what it says: unless to be, but you guard yourself against them, save yourself from them, taking it as it were security, saving yourself from them by speaking in a friendly way, toward them while your heart is like this. So your heart always should be
The
this like
very
that.
definition of how to be a hypocrite. This is just
That is
exactly
Islam.
that.
Islam is about hypocrisy. It's satanic, you know. It is totally satanic. So he can not take you as a friend. But if you go in the West, in America, you will see every Muslim saying to someone who's not Muslim, "Yeah, we're friends," you know, and they invite you to their house, etc., in order to maybe to deceive you and make you believe in Islam. But as you see, this is the teaching of Islam. This is not my quotation. This is not my words. This is Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad himself. This is not me saying that. This is, and this is, by the way, the official government website of the King of
How is
Jordan.
he a cousin, by the way? We don't know anything about Muhammad's father, even. How can he be
Well, that's
a
what they
cousin?
say. They say that this is his cousin. His name is Ibn Abbas, and you know, whatever they say, we go with it. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is what this cult is about. It's about deception and lies.
And you specifically, most of the things you said tonight was about Shia Islam. Someone, Almira, I think she's Iranian. She's complaining about deriving from the topic, but it's all within Shia. This is all Shia Islam. Yeah. So, can I ask a different question also about Shia?
Right.
So can you tell me more about the character of both Hassan and Hussein? Because that in Iran, Hussein is praised actually as a, maybe because I think Muhammad, as you said, is Hamd bar Ubad, like the one who is being praised, right? So he could be anyone. It's very vague for me, all these names. But Hussein is actually, it almost for some people, it's an incarnation of who Muhammad was. So they, in actuality, either praise, some people praise Ali and some people praise Hussein, not so much Muhammad though. I've never, yeah, they say, like, you know, Salawat bar Muhammad or all of Muhammad and stuff like that, but praise be upon Muhammad and his followers and his family. But like, it's still really vague for me. Do you have more information, cultural information, that you, and background context about who Hassan and Hussein were and their lives? And do you know something about this epic fight that he had, and he brought his son into that fight, and you know what happened to him, which made him shahid?
There's many stories. All of it, obviously, it's a fabricated stories. As an example, Ali himself, he was not born in a normal birth. His mother, she gave birth to him in the Kaaba. This is Shia stories, you know, this is Shia stories. And there's no source for it. I mean, Shia, they have tons and millions of stories. So, you know, he is the only one who was born in the Kaaba. You know,
Sometimes Jesus figure in actuality.
yeah, they have like a lot of stories about Ali and about Al-Hussein and Hassan. Like as an example, when Fatima.
First of all, what they sorry to say this, but first of all, what does it mean, Hassan and Hussein? Can you explain what the names mean?
Hassan mean good, like good and good and good. Hassan and Hussein is the same actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, both are like
good.
The good and the good, you know. So Hassan and Hussein, like the one is good and the one is the source of good, or let us say it's about being good, you know. It's not really too much different, but it's not here, not a problem. The problem is that the Shia, they believe that Al-Hassan and Al-Hussein, they are created from light, and Ali. Now they don't mention Muhammad too much because simply Muhammad is just a cover up. You see, the Shia don't really care for Muhammad, they care really for Ali and his family.
Hussein,
but Muhammad is a cover up to make themselves look like still we are a Muslim, you know. So the Shia, they believe, and they have their own interpretation for everything. So they say that the Quran says that Allah said that Muhammad, he is a light, he's a lamp. All right, and from this interpretation, they say all the family of Muhammad, they are made of light. They are creatures made of light. They are not human like us. There's many
Mm.
there's many videos in the internet actually speaking about this issue, that they are really made of light. They are not a human like us. They've been given shape of a human, but uh, they are not a human. They have the look of a human, you know. And then they involve Al Hassan Al Hussein, that they are the one who can take you to heaven. As an example, let me see if I can find some stories about them. Um, yeah, as an example, here there's a story that Al Hussein once he wished to have a grape. Hmm? He wished to have
Yeah.
a grape. So what he did, uh, uh, he hit the ground with the like with something, and then uh, different stories says he hit like the column of the tent or the column of the house, and then right away from the ground came a grape and banana, and
Oh,
he
okay.
did feed him. But I need to find the reference to see, because we don't like to say something without showing reference. Let us see here. All right. So all of those stories is just to make them gods. They are gods in this earth. They are not a human. Uh,
Pseudo gods.
okay, here the chapter name is Ityanahu alayhi السلام العنب والموز في غير أوانهما. Giving him, peace upon him, grape and banana, not in the time, which means not in the season. If we translate this to Google, in Google, let's see, maybe Google will work. Let's hope. Okay. Giving him the grapes and the banana in non-season time. So what it says here, um, that when the son of Ali he have a great desire for a grape, but it's not in the time of the grape. He hit his hand with the pillar, and then from the ground, brought down from the ground the grape and banana, and he feed him. You know,
I
so
was mimicking Musa in a sense, but in a different way. He hit a stick on the ground, and then things happened. But they hit the stick on the ground, and fruits and like grapes come out and banana.
yeah, they have many tons of stories. All of them they are funny, and who dare even to question, to say this is stupid? Nobody there. Nobody would dare even for a second to say this is crazy. So you have to agree and you have to say this is true, otherwise they will kill you. So Al Hassan Al Hussein simply they are inherited their glory from being born of Ali, and they are being born from Ali and Al Fatima, that make them made of light too. So all of them they are made of light. And then the
This
Shia,
is a very dangerous teaching because when they say in Iran they have a word, I think it's an Arabic word, but it says Zot. I don't know. Have you ever heard that? Zot?
I'm not sure what does that mean. I don't think it's an
So
Arabic.
it's like your intrinsic inherent thing that you're born with. You're born with some. They believe first of all in fatalism, but this thing that they easily when you're in a crowd of Iranians and there's some gathering of people, people easily go, oh, that person zatish kharabe, which is like that person they have a bad soul. I think this is very, when you explain that they believe in some are actually made from light, some are made from fire, some are from this place, some are from that place, so all around the world, because their whole genesis is so shattered, so
I'm
they
not
don't
sure
have a really
what the word they
good
are
concept.
saying, but what I know, um, the Shia they don't believe in them to be human. Let me see here. Muhammad he said, and Ali agree, that
Yeah.
Hussein is the lamp of guidance. Let's see here. Hold
Okay.
on a second. He is the lamp of guidance.
No, I mean, like, is it so that in Islam they believe some people are not made from a good substance, they're not godly, and
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people are.
because it's about fate. Well, Muslim, they believe in fate, and you are made already from what you are made of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
made to go to hell or etc. So if we translate this into Google translation, you will see that those people, they don't really believe that they are a human. Hassan and Al-Hussein, etc. It says, I entered the Messenger of Allah, and I have etc. And said to me, Messenger of Allah, welcome to you. And he said that Al-Hussein is he is the most beautiful thing in the heaven, in the skies, and in the earth. The most beautiful thing. All right. So
What does Zion mean?
Zine is like decoration. The decoration of something. Like the best of anything, like the most beautiful thing. All right. And then my father, he said to him, and how is so? How he can be the most beautiful thing in the skies and the earth? There is someone is better than you? Are you saying that Al-Hussein is better than you? So Muhammad, he said, sorry, he answered him saying, and I swear by the one who sent me by the truth as a prophet, that Al-Hussein, the son of Ali, there is nothing higher than him in this earth.
Wow.
Nothing higher than him in this earth.
So they're praising more gods than more than even we can think about. They have so many gods.
Yeah. And then it says, he said, and it is written in the right hand of the throne of Allah. This is written in the right hand of the throne of Allah. So the name of Al-Hussein written in the right hand of the name of throne of Allah, that there's no one is a greater. Yeah, but notice here, what they are saying, that Al-Hussein is greater than Muhammad himself.
Wow.
Yeah, because the question is so simple. They say to him, are you saying he is greater than you? Are you saying he's greater than you, Muhammad? What is the answer is? The answer is yes, because it's written.
On the right hand of the throne of God, a lamp of Huda.
A lot of what?
So do you have the verse and the number of this?
Yeah, this hadith we can actually, this is the Shia. Let us see.
Oh wow.
Okay, here. This is the book of Bihar al-Anwar.
Okay.
The book of Bihar al-Anwar. Volume number 36. Page number 205. 205. And I can give you the link actually in your Skype if you want.
I'm sure, thank you.
But I don't know if you can open it because it's in Arabic, and that the link is in Arabic in the top.
Anyway. For later. Well, I will need all this to translate it.
Yeah. So this is what they believe, and this is what it is. And I mean, it's a crazy religion. What we can say, this is how it is. So here you notice how the Shia, they use Muhammad to make Ali family gods in earth, to the point even Muhammad saying that he is the best and there's nothing better than him, neither in earth, not even in heaven. And not only that, if you read carefully, he said that he is the ship of salvation. He is the light of guidance and the ship of salvation. Let us see if it's a translation come in here. You see, here we go. It says, God, he said, it's written in the God throne. What is written? He is the lamp of guidance, of Huda, and the lifeboat, the salvation boat. And he is the good Imam. All right. So so here you will notice how much those people they
what is Huda?
Huda mean guidance.
Okay.
Yeah, Huda is an Arabic word for guidance. Yeah. and he is the most proud. He is the mission for Allah.
Yemenite? He was a Yemenite?
No, what Yemenite? What?
Well, here,
No,
lifeboat, a goods of
no.
Imam.
This is Google translation. Google
Oh,
translation. Yeah. Here it says like he is Yaminullah. Yamin, it's the mean, not Yemenite. It is like he is in the right hand of Allah.
um,
So in the right side of the hand of Allah, in the throne of Allah, it's written those information. All right. And not only that, it says that he is made. Allah, he put in his backbone a sperm which is very good, and it's blessed, and it is
blessed. Yeah.
yeah. So he put in his you see here, sperm is blessed in his backbone. All right. And
So
then he
what is
said,
that whole crucifixion? In
no,
his crucifixion?
this is translation for the word sulbahu. It's Google translation, sulbahu, which means from his lineage. This is why we cannot use
Okay.
Google translation really as a source of especially in Arabic. So
Okay.
yeah, and then he says, if you pray in the name of Al-Hussein, your prayer will never be rejected by Allah. So anything you ask for in the name, he will intercede. His name is he's the intercessor. All right. And he is the intercessor in the judgment too, day too. So
Hossein is an intercessor in Judgment Day?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you intercede for you.
But they're all deified then, aren't they? They're actually deified into the same position as Christ in their minds.
Yeah, but this is what it says, and then there's something really funny in the story. It says he asked him, and what is this nutfa in the backbone of my beloved Al-Hussein? What is that sperm in the backbone? He's asking about the sperm. What is that sperm in the backbone of Al-Hussein? Let us see where the translation here. Okay, hold on. The Google is not translating really.
That time. Sorry, go on.
I think it's getting late for you, right? You need to go, maybe.
No. I just wanted to say sorry if I interrupt you sometimes and ask so many questions, because I'm so shocked, and I keep getting out shocked by you. Like
anyway, so they ask him about the sperm, which is he have Hussein, he have in his back. He said this sperm is like the moon. Moon.
Okay.
So this is sperm like the moon, and anyone who follow his sperm, which means his seeds, he will be a martyr, and he will be doing the right thing, and he will be very wise in the eyes of Allah. Yeah. So here you will see that the Shia, they really worship Muhammad family more than Muhammad himself. Muhammad, as I said, is just a cover. It's like a ticket to get in. So Muhammad himself, he's saying that Al-Hassan is greater than me. What do you want more?
So all these sheikhs are born from these family people, right? Like Muhammadin, Ala Muhammad.
Well, none of them actually born from Muhammad. Muhammad have nothing to do with any of them. Those are born from Fatima, the daughter of Khadija, and from Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the daughter from Khadija and Ali.
Sorry.
So Khadija was you said the daughter from Khadija and Ali.
Yeah, because Ali, he married the daughter of Khadija, right? So
yeah,
the daughter of Khadija married from Ali,
was not the daughter of Muhammad.
And then
she was just the daughter of
Khadija.
Nothing
to do with Muhammad, because Muhammad don't have kids from Khadija, and Ali is not from Muhammad. He is just a cousin.
Oh.
Yeah. So what the Shia,
so there is no bloodline. All of it is a lie.
Yeah. So what the Shia did, simply, they created a lot of stories in order to worship Ali and his family. you know, and they claim that Muhammad said those things. So anyone who will dare, okay, Muhammad, he is the prophet of Allah, he said those things, that Ali, Hussein is a greater than me. So if he says that, must be true. This is why you see the Shia, they go and they do Hajj to Karbala, asking for forgiveness from Allah. Nobody want to go to the Kaaba no more, you know, and they pray on them, right? And when Muhammad, he says Al-Hussein, he is the lamp of guidance, and he is the boat of salvation. I mean, what is left? You know,
Wow.
he is the boat. So
It's a way to,
you do not need Muhammad, you do not need Islam, you do not need anyone. All what you need is Al-Hussein.
yes. Wow.
Yeah. And even Allah, he wrote the throne in the right side of his throne, that Al-Hussein is the guidance, the lamp for all mankind, and he is the rescue ship. I mean, what is left? What is left for Muhammad? What is even left for Allah himself? Because it's not Allah who will save you, it is Hussein. Right?
Well, I didn't know it was this bad. I thought they would deify him to the extent, but you're just saying that they actually see as Hussein as some kind of a god. Because this whole Ashura that we have in Iran, they slap themselves, they paint themselves for him, and even his name brings tears to the most fanatic people. And he's seen as some kind of a person who gave up his own son. And look at the comparisons to Christ. He gave up his own son in a war, and he was totally innocent, and he did that because he's only in love. And so people now praise him as the Masum. He was killed as Masum.
Yeah, Masum, which means he's a perfect. He's a perfect. He don't commit sin. He is a perfect person, which means he's God. Because the only one who don't commit sin is gods. So they made them gods. This is why they call themselves the Ithnay Ashariya, the 12 Imams, because they believe that the 12 Imams are perfect, who never commit sin, not even once. So the family of Muhammad and their descendant enter the 12. They are perfect. They are not a human. They are gods on earth. And the fiction story starts from Al-Hussein, and then Al-Hassan, and then the children's after that. It's an inheritance business,
Is there something historical that you could point me to that Hassan actually, or Hussein actually existed in history?
Well, we cannot really. I mean, there's nothing in history, even about Muhammad. We cannot find something to make him exist. There's nothing. There's no source about Muhammad. Where is even when the Muslims occupy Jerusalem? If we read the siege of Jerusalem, and when the Muslims occupy it, even after that, even the Christian, they never mention a name of a person. His name is Muhammad, which is very strange.
Yeah, it's very strange.
There's no mention of him, so we don't know who was Muhammad. Muhammad, I believe, it's just a name was given later, or Muhammad, he gave himself such a name, but this is not his name. It's a title. That's why nobody use it.
And this is what I said, yeah. So his real name, what does his real name mean, according to you? Like,
according to Muslim books, not according to me. His real name was Qasim. But some Muslims, they deny that. They say this is not true, because yes, his grandfather, he called him Qasim, but then his mother, she asked the grandfather to call him Muhammad. But it doesn't make sense, because the word Muhammad mean the praised one. So how Muhammad is a prophet, but yet he is a praised one? Praised one is God. Right? Yeah. And even actually, even Allah supposedly, all day long, he look at his right side, for the name of Al-Hussein is written next to him. He cannot keep his eyes away from Al-Hussein. And Al-Hussein, he will be in the right side of Allah in the throne, and each time a follower, which means Shia, he cry for him, Al-Hussein will look at him, and he will ask, he will